What's going on, guys? So I really messed up in part one of this when I was cutting these up. It was a catastrophe. So this is the new part one. Hopefully this is just a one-part video because I really don't want to have to go to the store and buy a whole other green pepper and onion and cut it all up again just to show it on camera. I don't have the budget for that. But anyways, I cut up a whole entire Vidalia onion from Big Y and a whole entire Big Y green pepper. I got rid of the seeds on the pepper and I got rid of the seeds. I got rid of the seeds on the peppers and I got rid of the skin on the onions. That's how you do it. If you want a separate tutorial on how to cut these up, maybe sometime in the future. But not today, because I royally screwed that up. Even though they look perfect now, I really messed up part one of this video. Anyways, I'm not going to tell you what we're making yet. Oh jeez. Can I do this with one hand? Hopefully this does not mess up. Made it over to my state-of-the-art kitchen. Yeah, I don't need this. Time to turn this on. I always use this burner. Even though the other day I accidentally melted some of my yellow cutting board, my yellow plastic cutting board, I actually melted some of it on there. I let it burn off until it stopped smoking, so I still use this burner. I like that burner. Anyways, what do we need? Hold on. Check it out. I went to Big Y. The fridge is fully stocked. What do we need? Butter. Every good recipe starts with butter. Get a big thing of it, just like that. Slap it in. Let them cook. Yeah, that pan is not totally completely hot yet, but it is what it is. Oh, well, I'm not that patient. Here we go. I'm using the phone to knock off all the bits that do not come off when it's slid in there. There. Now what? I'm gonna season these things. Check out my glorious seasonings. Today we're using Big Y spices, fine grind crushed red pepper, a little bit of heat to it. I'm not going to reveal exactly what the recipe is just yet, but it is Italian inspired, so we're going to be using this Big Y Leonardo Italian seasoning. Oh gosh. We'll be also using this garlic powder from Big Y. And somebody explained to me why my garlic powder always just clumps. It like congeals. I don't know how to prevent it, but watch this. It still works just fine. I don't think there's nothing else I want to put in there. I don't eat salt, I don't use it. mix this all up. It's already smelling good. Take you over to the fridge here. I'm about to reveal this recipe. Today we'll be making hot Italian sausage. Now this is a pretty easy recipe. There isn't much to it, but I have my little twists and turns with it. So here we go. I'm currently trying to peel the plastic away. There it goes. Yeah, my sink is currently filled to the bursting with dishes. I'm going to do the dishes later. I don't think I use enough butter. Put a big glob in there. Slap it in there. Look at this guy, he doesn't want to go in. There it goes. Let him cook. Yeah, you melt you. I'll turn the heat down a little bit. Want to burn. Some guys, they can't handle their vegetables. Some guys would see this and they would throw up. I'm not one of those guys. I'm the type of guy that can eat a vegetable. Oh yeah. I'm gonna make some room in here because I got 5 plump Italian sausages that need to go in. And they will cook and stew up with the vegetables. Oh geez, my phone is getting low on battery. I really hope I can make it. There's 1 in, 2, 3, 4. Here's the hard part. It's getting a 5th one. Oh jeez. There's 5. 5 nice big plump hot Italian sausages in the pan. Yeah, it's important when cooking to wash the germs off from the meat. You want to get germs. And we shall cover this sausage and let them cook. Put my butter away. I got special rolls for these guys. I'm gonna need two, so I need 2 rolls. Slap them on the plate. And we want to separate these. I want both of them, in there together. That would be weird. I like to make a little pocket for the stuff. Do the same here. Yeah, it's currently 9:15 at night. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I just got home from doing stuff, going to Big Y. I also failed at part 1 of this, which took a little bit of time. Let's check out our vegetables and the meat. These are definitely cooking very slowly. I'll turn the heat up just a little bit. Now these are Big Y Italian sausages, so reminds me of a story about when I was down there in Italy. A couple of different stories. I've been kicked out of 2 towers in my life, and one of them is in Italy. If you've ever been to Florence, they have that big looking cathedral thing. I was not kicked out of there. They didn't allow me in there, so I could not have gotten kicked out. But if you've ever been to Florence, Italy, and you've seen that sculpture, that statue, that marble statue of that guy, David, he's completely naked. He has no clothes on. That guy. I went down to see that guy. It turns out he's in front of a tower. So I'm like, I want to go up the tower. If you look at pictures of Florence, you can see this tower. It's like this skinny little tower that goes up into the sky in Florence. I'm like, I want to go up that. I want to see what it's like up there. So I go in. I'm walking up. I'm trudging up these steps. Passing people like who had gone up, and eventually I get to a little, they call it a foyer, a little landing inside. The steps ended for a second. And there's these guards. And they start talking to me about how I can't climb up this tower. I'm not allowed. So I'm like, well, okay. I turn around and go back down. That story kind of sucks. The other story. So I was in Italy. I was in a different town from Florence. I was with a school group. We were doing school things. They put us to work too. I was with a school group, and we were seeing something that night. We were seeing a show. And I sat one row in front of the rest of the guys. Because it was all guys. It was all guys there. I sat one row in front of the rest of the guys. And the show ended, and I'm like clapping. I'm clapping and clapping along with the rest of the audience. I turn around, I'm like, where's my guys? They all left. I'm like, what the heck? I was completely and utterly alone. So I'm trying to remember, like, okay, where's our hotel at? So I remember, like, we took a bus to this place, and before we took the bus, there was, like, this epic looking walkway / staircase. And before that, there was a park. So I'm like, as long as I can find that, I'm good. So I'm walking and walking and walking, like, in the middle of the night, trying to get back to the hotel. And eventually I find the epic staircase. I'm like, great, I found it. And I go down the staircase. And then I find the park. I'm like, that's awesome, I found it. But the thing of it is, I couldn't remember the name of the hotel. I could not for the life of me remember the name of the hotel. So I'm like walking around. I'm like, I must be close. I checked my phone to see if anybody called me or anything. Nothing. I noticed my phone is on like 3%. So I'm like, this is not good. I'm literally completely and utterly lost in Italy. So I get my phone out and I call 911. And they pick up in Puerto Rico. These Puerto Rican guys, they pick up. And I'm like, help, I'm lost. They're like, where are you? I'm like, Italy. They're like, we're in Puerto Rico. I'm like, that's not very helpful at all. They're like, yeah, we'll get you an Italian. So they transfer me over to the Italy 911. Apparently Italy has a different 911 from Puerto Rico. And the Italians pick up and they're like, where are you? And I'm like, I don't know. And then they're like, we'll find you. And I'm like, okay, good luck. And they're like, are you wearing a red shirt and shorts? I'm like, yeah. They're like, we'll send you a taxi. I'm like, thanks. It turns out they had like cameras that they could just, like, Italian 911 has spy cameras. They know where everyone is. Just in case you thought you were safe in Italy, they know where you are. They send this taxi driver over. And he does not speak any English because I asked him. So we start talking in Italian. I'm like talking to this guy in Italian. I just picked it up like that, just like that. So we're talking in Italian, we're talking about my trip, we're talking about music. And then 1 minute later we're there at the hotel. Somehow he knew where I was supposed to be going. Even I didn't know where I was going. I'm like, yeah, I think it's some hotel, I don't know what hotel. So he drove me to the hotel. I was really close, just saying. So I get to the hotel, and nobody from my school is even there. I'm waiting. They get home like an hour later. It's like 3 a.m. in Italy. And they're like, where were you? I'm like, don't ask. I keep turning this heat up because this is not cooking. Yeah, my phone might run out of battery before it cooks fully. And that would completely stink. Because then you guys wouldn't know how long it takes to fully cook one of these sausages. I was at Big Y earlier getting these ingredients. I go to the self-checkouts. Because I don't like interacting with people. I was a cashier once upon a time. I know how it is. Just use the self-checkout. So I'm using the self-checkouts. I accidentally picked one next to this lady. She saw I was there, She ended her transaction and she moved to one farther away so that she didn't have to stand next to me. You might see I'm gonna mix this all in together, why not? Mix them all in together. Like the Italians do. And cook them up. Shouldn't be too much longer now, but I would like a nice snappy crust on the sausage, you know what I'm saying? Also, I need mustard. This mustard sucks. This mustard's from Stop and Shop. And check this out. Whenever I go to try and open this mustard, you have to you can't even see nothing. You should do it like this. And so that when the cap comes out, see, it hits against my thumb. And it causes injuries onto my thumb whenever I have to use the mustard. These buns are sitting here waiting patiently. Cooking is a labor of love. Some guys, they don't cook. I'm not one of those guys. Some guys get the Uber to give them all the food. I'm not one of those guys. I never tried that my whole life. I never called Uber. I let 911 do that for me. And when I'm standing here sweating. It's hot and muggy in my apartment. I'm standing over this hot stove with the steamy sausage and vegetables coming out. Standing here I'm sweating. It's muggy in here. I don't want to end the video because that means I need to upload a whole entire other video after. I just wanted to make it one part because I royally messed up earlier. I was cutting up these vegetables. Just mix it around, see how it's doing. I think a couple more minutes, I don't know. Telling that story about getting kicked out of the tower reminded me of the other time I got kicked out of a tower. I was in Ecuador. It was at the equator. They have a big tower there. Before I went in, I thought, geez, it's kind of hot here at the equator. I really need something to cool off with. So I get me a chocolate ice cream popsicle thing. It's like a chocolate popsicle. I'm walking around eating on that thing, walking around the equator. And I'm like, well, now I want to go up the tower. So I go in, and immediately a cop comes up with a gun. He's like, get out. I'm like, why? He's like, there's no ice cream allowed in the tower. You can't eat in the tower. I'll be like, okay. I just left. So if you ever go to the equator in Ecuador and you see a tower, a cop with a gun kicked me out of it because I had chocolate popsicles. And that stunk. I didn't try to go back up after I finished either. I just accepted it. Oh yeah. These bad boys are done. This one got a little bit of skin to it. I think they're pretty good. Oh yeah, that one started to burst. I think he's done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my heat on. Grab my plate. I don't have a dishwasher. I need to do all these by hand. Grab one of these. Oh! Don't do that. Let's see how these sausages turned out. Look at the grease oozing from the puncture wounds of the fork. That's how you know it's done. It's fully cooked. You get yourself some of these peppers and onions. God dang it. And garnish the sausage. Oh, dang it, it got on the floor. Hold on. Try something better. Yep. Genius. Put the sausage. Oh! Put the sausage on top. Yep. And you don't get these kind of cooking tips just anywhere. You have to wait until 30 minutes in a video to get something like that. A little tidbit, a little secret, a little food hack. And once you're satisfied with the level of peppers and onions, which I currently am not, I need some more in here. Heat. This bad boy back on there. Oh yeah, check that out. put mustard on there. This is Stop and Shop mustard. It sucks. See, look at that. That sucks. Dang it! Look at how much that sucked. Alright, I'm done with that mustard. Yeah, that doesn't look that great, but whatever. It all looks the same coming out. Standing here sweating, a snot coming out of my nose. It's so hot and humid in here. Dang it. I'll throw this away now. Oh, jeez. Yeah, these are not going to be fun to eat right now. I'm sweating. I got snot coming out of my nose. It's hot and humid in here, and I just made hot Italian sausages with mustard to eat. Get you a bite. Get some. Get your big bite right there. How is that? Might as well try a little bit. I got mustard up my nose trying to eat that, but it tasted good.